things to the shop first because so I'm just going to add a few things. Obviously we've got this pan that I'm going to be using. There's no point in coming live and not adding the pan to the showcase, so I'm just going to add that quickly first. In fact, there is actually a pancake pan you can buy, which I'm going to add it anyway. I'll show you it in a second. So there is a proper pancake that you can get, a proper pancake pan, great for omelettes, also good for burgers, it's also good for doing vegetables and eggs. So I've added that on as well. I'm just wondering if I can find this pan that I'm using here. So this is the Smart Tower pan that can be used for a number of things. I actually have this pan and I've got the other pan that I use for cooking stews and things. So it is a tower pan. I'm just going to search for it. Just give me a second. I should have had it ready, really, shouldn't I? Although saying that, there was actually a sale in a product set I had, so maybe I can find it on here. That makes it a little bit easier. Problem is, are they out of stock? Let me just see. I don't know if I can find it. We're going to get cracking in just a second. I just can't find it. Oh no. Anyway, welcome in, guys. Grab yourself a coffee. It's annoying when I try and find something. Oh no, I've got an idea. I have a better idea. Right, 1 second. So Tower have got some really good pans. Let me know which pan that you use for doing pancakes. See if I can find it. I found their shop, so let me find their pan. I knew I should have looked this up first. Well, you can also get the set, so I'll add that first. So that's definitely the same pan. Smart Start pans. Yep, that's the ones. So I've added them first. There's also a 30cm one, and there's also, maybe it was out of stock. So maybe it just comes as a set. There's also the forged fire set. We'll get there in just a minute. And I'm just adding all of them to the shop now. Anyway, I think I've got it. There it is. Oh, that's a wok. It's not the wok. Oh dear. Right, I think I found it. 28. There's a gourmet frying pan. I'll just add them all on, and then you can have a look if you decide you want one. It'll probably be at the bottom, because that's where usually ones I've added end up. There's ones with the lid, I think. Yeah, mostly are frying pans. And I think they've just... I'll just add them all on. We'll go with that, guys. If you want the pans, I'll pin it up to the top a bit later. Are we still live? Are we still on? You'll have to just look in the showcase and find it. Right, okay, guys. So we're going to do pancakes. Anyone here? Okay, we've got one person, so hopefully you can see that. Shall we use a small bowl or a large bowl? You're going to need a jug. Okay. You're going to need a bowl. Don't you just hate it when you've got things where to make space you've got to take everything out to get to what you need. I'm going to use a large bowl today. So we're going to use a large bowl. Okay. Use a jug. You're going to need a whisk. Now I've got an automatic whisk, but I'm going to use a manual whisk today. And this was actually from TikTok shop as well. Nice little set. Okay, and you're going to need some eggs. So I think it's 2 eggs. Let me just check the recipe. Let me just check. wrote it down. 2 eggs there, I think it is, yeah. So you're going to need 2 eggs. You're going to need 100 grams of plain flour. And you're going to need some, you can use oil or you can use lard or butter to make it crispier. And you're also going to need 200 millilitres of milk. Okay, so let's get started. Let me get my flour out. I'm so unprepared. You will have to forgive me 1 second. Right, I'm going to use plain flour. Okay, so I've got some plain flour here. You can get these containers on TikTok Shop if you wish. Okay, so we're going to start off by weighing this. It's just like making Yorkshire puddings, really. So we'll start with the flour. No, we won't start with the flour, we'll start with the eggs. So crack 2 eggs into your bowl. All over the place at the minute. Can you see this, guys? I'm using a new phone as well. This is from TikTok. It's the Infinix 40i. So I hope this sounds good. Right, so 2 eggs. So you can start by cracking that into your bowl. Oh, look at the colour of them eggs. So that's 1. Okay, that's 2. So you want 2 eggs into your bowl. And then to this we're going to add the flour. The flour, yeah, with the flour, so we want 200 grams. Did I say millilitres earlier? So the reason it's in my pan is because I've got it, I don't have a lot of space. Is this going to turn on? Don't say this. I think I need some new batteries for that. Let me get the other scales. Tell you what, I was live earlier today, I did some juicing. And live streams can either go very, very well or very, very bad. So we want 100 grams. 100 grams of plain flour. So add that in. So 100 grams of plain flour. I find these containers are really useful for keeping it fresh and easy to dispense and spoon out. There we go, 100 grams of plain flour. And this is going to make about 8 pancakes. Now I could show you, we can make a couple of big ones, big pancakes in this pan, and then we'll get the omelette pan out, the other one, and make 4 of the little ones. That's what we're going to do to show you the pan in action, okay? Now what we're going to do next is you want to add 200 millilitres of milk, but we're going to add it gradually and whisk to stop the lumps forming, okay? So we're going to get some milk and we're going to change this setting on this scales to millilitres, which is there. So we're going to get some milk and we're going to change this setting on this scales to millilitres, which is there. 100 first, 100 millilitres. Try not to go over. Okay, I've gone over a little bit, but I need 80 millilitres. And then you're going to whisk this together, okay? So slowly whisk it, get your eggs in there. And this is going to stop any lumps from forming. Okay. So we add half at a time. Really whisk it up. If you've got a stand mixer, you can use a stand mixer, that's fine. Don't worry that the scales are not burning, because the pan is not on. But you see how nice and smooth that is. It stops any lumps from forming. Good mix. Oh, I've got someone coming up. I'm just going to stay focused on the cooking. So, but let me know if you're doing some cooking as well today, if you're doing any pancakes. That's it. Okay, and then I'm going to add the extra 80 in there. That was about 160, I think. But you know how much you want to add. Let's go up to 200, there we go. And then take the scales off. I'm just going to turn this off. So these are from Etex City. These are available. They are in the showcase as well. If you want to order these scales, they're from the same company. I think it's called V-Sync that do the Bluetooth scales. And I know Alexis has some of the Bluetooth scales, and she's just joined, I think. So, but yeah, it's the same company that do the scales for the Bluetooth scales. And let me get this pan hot as well now whilst we speak. So you don't want the pan too hot. But the best thing about this pan that I'm using is, you see that little red bit in the middle? Well, that will tell me when it's ready. It'll go from red to a sort of, is it like a purpley colour, I think? Something like that. So anyway, give your mixture a stir. Look at that, check that out. And that's the basic pancake mixture. So just to recap, for anyone that's just joined, if you're wanting to make pancakes tonight for Pancake Day, you want 100 grams of plain flour, you want 200 millilitres of milk, but add half and then mix it together with the 2 eggs. Okay, and then that's it, guys. It's so simple. And we're going to add a little bit of oil, or you can add a bit of butter to the pan if you want. It just depends on the type of pan you're using. As I say, this is the Smart Start Tower pan. So, but I do also have a pancake pan as well, which I'm about to show you, which we're going to use on a second batch of pancakes. So, I've had this for nearly 2 years, well, a year, maybe a year and a half. I absolutely love this pan. So, if you can buy this omelette pan as well. Great for small pancakes, American pancakes. I swear by this pan. Great for eggs as well, because it keeps everything nice and centered. And yeah, really, we're gonna do some of them shortly, okay? So whilst that heats up, I'm gonna add a little bit of butter instead of oil. You can use butter or lard or whatever. Okay, so but you don't actually have to add any butter in. I like to just let it melt away, and I get a brush and go around it. Okay, now I want to know in the comments what you like with your pancakes. What do you like with your pancakes? Let me know in the comments. Do you like honey? We have got some honey. We've got Welsh honey to have tonight. We've got sugar. Now, you're meant to use caster sugar, but we're going to use granulated sugar, I think. Well, I do have I've got a little bit of caster sugar. I might use that on my pancakes. I've also got this from English Heritage, and I've waited all this time to use it. Strawberry and champagne preserve English Heritage strawberry jam. Absolutely delicious. Right, let me get my brush. Where's my brush gone? I put my brush down somewhere and I can't find it again. There we go, I've got it. So you don't have to do that, but I just find if you've got a brush in your pan, go around it. Okay. So are we ready to do pancakes, guys? I keep standing in the way of the light, so I do apologise. So once that pan's nice and hot, as I say, it does tell you when it's hot enough, because that red part in the middle will change colour. So, but I think that is ready. This is a really nice pan, I should say, from Tower. It's got that nice steel handle as well. Because it's the time of year when you get your pans out and you think, oh, I wish I got some new pans now. Well, you could do pancakes or whatever anytime in these pans. I'm going to show you. So here we go then. This should make 8 pancakes. Here we go. And all I'm going to do is pour a little bit so it covers the actual pan. So we're going to drop it in. It can be as big or as small as you like. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get the back of a spoon. Try to use silicone if you can. I've got a silicone spoon here, not the plastic one. So like this. Probably shouldn't use that, but anyway, actually we get that one. Just use the back of a spoon. That's it. and just go around it as you're pouring it. I'm going to have to pour a little bit more in now. I've ruined it. I think it was fine as it was. There we go. So you can go around it with the back of a spoon, which means that then it evenly goes around the pan, okay? And we're just going to let that sit and cook. And then another little tip for you that I like to do is I like to use a knife, like a palette knife or something. Ashley says, I've just finished cooking with my pancakes. Very nice. What did you have on them, Ashley? What did you have on them? Let me know. So we're just going to let that cook away. Don't have your pan on too hot, although I'm known to have my pan on far too hot. Okay, and then once it starts to bubble, that's when we can get underneath, check if it's cooking. And then you want to see me flip, don't you? You might not need to use actually any butter, but it just depends on the type of pan. Okay, so it's cooking away. It's on a nice... Had a message appear then? Apologise for that. So, okay. Pancakes. You might need a bit more batter, but they should be alright actually. Right, we just got to let them sit. So, if you are cooking pancakes, let anyone know in the comments if you're coming live. Your first pancake always tends to not turn out too great, so don't worry too much if that happens. Okay. Let's have a look. Looks alright. Oh, these are really nice and very nice and thin. Can you see how that's coming up? Did you see that, guys? You didn't see that. But that was looking really good. But yeah, the worst thing is, like most people, whenever I make pancakes, or used to do many years ago, I would just start moving it around. You've got to let it just rest until it starts to bubble up. So these are sort of like the very flat pancakes. And make sure your pan's not too hot. It's got to be... Actually, it doesn't look too bad for a first one. Looking nice. I should get a plate ready, shouldn't I, to put these on as I do them. Okay. And I'm also using these plates, I should say. These are from Tower as well. These nice blue stone plates. Comes as part of a set, which is really nice. Right, should we have a look at these? Now, I actually do have a silicone flipper here. Can I get under them? I'm not going to use that one. But yeah, I find that's looking really nice. You want them to be a sort of a good colour. If I give it a shake now, you ready, guys? Here we go. See, it's starting to move. We'll keep it on a bit longer. It starts to move around naturally then when you with the handle, then they're ready to be flipped. But they don't take long at all. Ooh, they're looking alright. A little bit longer. I like mine to have a little bit of colour. Hey Kristen, good to see you. Dina likes the American style. I love the American style ones. I like fluffy pancakes, but these are more of the sort of French crepes, as they call them. Crepes. I keep touching it, but there we go. We're getting there. Getting there slowly. It's looking alright though. A little bit longer. And then we'll, yeah, they're like crepes. I like a crepe, I've got to be honest. I like crepes because you can put like ice cream with these, strawberries, blueberries. What else can you have with them? You could put chocolate. They're more like wraps, aren't they? So you can just coat them with lots of different flavours and honey and chocolate. There's that. Is it Nutella? Everyone loves Nutella. So when you put the filling, when you put the filling in. Right, should we have a look at these? I think I should turn this pan up, but it's actually on not a bad heat. But if you remember, the red part had not vanished, had it? So that's the great thing about this pan, is it does tell you when they're ready to, when it's hot enough. Oh, it's looking alright, that. Right, should we go for a flip then? Are you ready? This is going to probably be a disaster. One time I once flipped the pancake and it ended up on the ceiling. Are you ready then? This is what you've all been waiting for. Are you ready? Oh god, this is going to be awful. Can I not just do it the traditional way? Like with the finger? Does that say, did you put oil in? I did, I used butter. Here we go then. 3, it's moving. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, this is going to be terrible. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's still stuck to the pan. 3, 2, 1. Come on. I can't do it. I'm doing it the fashion way. Sorry guys, I tried. It needs a bit longer, I think. It needs a little bit longer. Let me give it a little bit longer. Dina remembers me. Do you remember that video? It was a few years ago, wasn't it? Was it during lockdown when I came live and you watched it? What's that say? I know. It needs cooking a bit longer. I prefer to do it in the traditional way. Use an actual tool. Here we go, ready? I'm going to flip it over. 3, 2, 1. There we go. It needs a bit longer. So once it's cooked a bit longer, then it'll be fine. But look at that. That's the sort of thing you want. So it looks like that. We're getting there. I'd rather not waste pancakes. Because pancakes are good. It's starting to bubble. Look, you see? It's starting to bubble up. Looking good. So just for those just joining, if you want to make these, you will need 100 grams of plain flour, 2 eggs, and 200 millilitres of milk. That's all you need. So you can try these with your own pan at home. It mainly flopped. Says it did a little bit, Dina, it did. They don't take long. Once that pan's hot, your next pancake's gonna be will cook super quick. Right, bear me 1 second. As I say, it also depends on what type of, whether you use butter or... I might turn this up a little bit. The pan's really good. Oh, actually it's really nice underneath. Once that's cooked on the other side, a little bit longer. Oh, it looks really good. I'm going to flip it over again, because look. Ready? Yeah. But that is looking rather nice. The first one always takes the longest, doesn't it? Because once it's hot, then the next one will probably take literally 2 minutes. Needs a little air underneath it, yes. So if you guys, don't forget, you can share this out. Click the little arrow button at the bottom. If you can share out, that would be great. Ooh, looking nice. Oh yeah, just a tiny bit longer. And then we'll do another one. So I think I'm going to do... There's enough mixture, I think it says, for 8 pancakes, but they must be small pancakes and thin ones. with the, but I can make some more. It's just that bit there I'm slightly wanting to cook a bit longer. What do we think, guys? Do you think it's done? What do we think? Or a little bit longer? It's getting very hot now. Do you think it's done? I think it's done. As long as it's not raw. Sometimes you can flip these like in half. It smells really nice actually. I think that's... I'm going to give it another minute because the pan's nice and hot now. Then we'll do another one. It's just a waiting game, isn't it? I will flip the next one, I promise. I think that's done. Right, I'm taking that one out now. Doesn't get too crispy. So that's the first one. That is your pancake. There we go. That ain't bad actually for a first pancake. Usually it's a disaster. Right, here's the going. I'm not going to put any oil in this. Well, I'll put a little bit of oil in. Somebody will say, "Oh, you don't put any oil in, just a light spray." Okay, here we go. And what I was doing earlier was this. Where you go around it, but it's already started to cook, so ignore that. Go around the pan. Remember, it's already hot. There we go. We'll let that set. Right, so that was the first pancake. So on this, I'm going to add some sugar. I've got some jam. Okay, so I'm going to pop that on now while that's cooking. You won't be able to see if I can get the jar open. I've also got some blueberry jam as well from IKEA. That's another one I've got. Blimey. You know when they make... I need that Pampered Chef jar opener thing because I can't get this open. I'm going to have one of these instead. I've got these little pots, these little strawberry jams. So I'm going to find instead. Pop that on. So just to show you. So there's the jam. Just going to pop that on the pancake. Like so, and then I'm going to put a sprinkle of caster sugar on. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of caster sugar on this. And then you can either just roll them up or have them with ice cream or got some caster sugar. There we go, silver spoon caster sugar. So a sprinkle of that on. Oh, and I've got some honey as well. I think the honey is in my cupboard, so I'm just going to have to see if I can find it. I'm going to have to just lift you up just a second. I apologise, because I've got so much in my cupboard. There it is, there at the top. Right, I've got it, and it's actually, this is available on TikTok Shop as well. Oh, 1 minute, I've got to shut the cupboard now. 1 second. There we go. You still see it? Right, so this is the Welsh honey. Queen Bee Honey Company, produced in Wales. There's Wales if you don't know where Wales is. And I'll show you the honey there, look at that. Oh, very, very good honey. I found that, oh, let me check the pancake. Oh, this is ready to flip, I think. Wow, look at that, that was quick. Where's my, right, ready? Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's not going to do it. I have to use my hands. Oh, it's blooming it. Yeah, don't worry if you're not. Don't worry, you don't always need to flip. Look at that. That is perfect. That is got to be the perfect pancake. So I'm going to let that rest. I'm going to let that cook for a couple of minutes. Let me add this honey on. There's the honey. Look at that. Oh. Oh, yes. And then you can roll that up if you wish. Have it with ice cream or fruit. Perfect. Right, I'll be back in just a second. Try and just find a knife. Right, how's this one getting on? Let's find out. A little bit longer. It's got a nice little crispy edge on that one. Okay, how are we doing? I'm reading the comments. Not bad at all, Dad, says Rick. Thanks, Rick. I'm sorry, I'm not a flipper. I don't really flip. I'd rather, you know, like when the pancake's going to flop and just break up, there's no point ruining the pancake. Just use one of these, use a flipper, what they fish slice, whatever these are called. Okay. That actually, yeah, we need to let it cook longer. I think a lot of us rush things and we're like, that's why our pancakes go wrong or burnt, because the pan's too hot. But you can't, I'm going to actually turn it up. I'm going to turn it up just because then that should be the perfect heat. But it shouldn't take as long. But slow and steady. Slow and steady. If you want to order this pan, I should say, this is the Tower Smart Pan. I've put all the pans in the shopping basket down below so you can have a look. There's also this pan, the TikTok famous omelette pan. Now you can get one actually with 2 rings and a grill at the side. Yeah, it needs a clean, guys. It's fine though. So you can get the 4-ring ones, or you can get the 2 rings with the grill. Now I'm struggling to get the one like this with the grill on the side. They sold out, and they've not had any back since. So the 4-ring ones are always available, and they're not just good for pancakes. They're good for burgers, eggs, omelettes. It is, and everyone who's bought one of these from me have said to me how it makes their life so much easier in the morning. So doing pancakes from mixes or doing eggs, they're absolutely brilliant. Everyone should have one of these pans. I think they're about maybe 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters thick. So you're going to get a nice thick pancake if you want that, okay? Or eggs, or good for burgers as well. So I highly recommend. I'll show you that in a second. We'll do some pancakes in that in a second. Oh, now we're talking. There you go. Turn the pan up and look at that. I know there's some people out there saying, that wasn't a pancake before. That's now a pancake. You just got to let it cook away. You want it to dry out, I guess, in a little bit. But yeah, that's perfect. Brown sugar, banana, and a little bit of lime, says Rick. I don't have any lime. But brown sugar, I've got some brown sugar, I think. I've got light brown sugar. But now they've turned the pan off, this is not going to take too long. So I reckon that is done. Yeah, because it was nice and crispy. So let's pop that on a plate. There we go. Look at the size. It's huge. That is huge. Right, let's do another one then. We're going to keep going with this, and then I'm going to make some more. I need to make some more mixture actually. Let's do this one. Not much in this, but this will be a little one. We'll make some more. This is going to be a very small. Although I probably could do that little trick. No, it's not going to work. Well, that was a bit of a disaster, wasn't it? Right, so we're going to have to make some more mixture. I'm going to turn this pan off because I'm going to use the other one. Yeah, just ignore that. We shall... Where's my bowl gone? Let's get rid of that. See how quick? Look, that's how quick it cooks. And that pan, look, has picked all that up without any oil. So it's just to show how good this pan is for cooking. It is a stainless steel pan, so you don't need any oil in this. I'm just going to get rid of that because I don't need it. Okay, let's make some more mixture then. So just for those that have come in, I'm going to move this to one side. Try not to burn anything. I'm going to heat this. This is the other pancake pan. So we're going to pop this on. I'm going to add a little bit of oil to this in each one. Okay. And then I'm going to make some more mixture. So let's get the scales. That's filthy. Let me just get a towel. So you could, if you want to make pancakes right now, this very second, grab your ingredients. Okay. That's not on, by the way, just to let you all know. Well, that is, but not this side. So you're going to get yourself a bowl. You're going to change it to grams. So grams. And we're going to add our eggs. Eggs in first. So 2 eggs. Let me just... I always use a knife to crack my eggs. Don't know why, but it's just the thing that seems to work for me. So that's 1. Get a colour on them. 2 eggs going in. Right, get your flour. And again, 100 grams. 100 grams. Where's my spoon gone? I'm the worst person at putting stuff down. So right, 100 grams. That's not working now. Oh, I've locked it, that's why. 1 second. That's good, you can lock it. Let's try again. Is that going to work this time? Oh, I don't know what I've done to this. I have to hold that down. Maybe it knows that. I don't think it's hot. It's not hot. Right, it's moving now, so I don't know how much I put in there. If I put 100 and... I'll put 50 in. Oh, it's not... What is it doing? I told you everything could go wrong today, and it has. I don't even know how many scoops I put in. Oh dear. We'll just eyeball it. Well, usually I need 4 tablespoons, so we'll go with 4. Oh dear. We'll just eyeball it. Well, usually I need 4 tablespoons, so we'll go with 4. That I've added my flour in too early. Don't mind. Right, is this going to work now? Okay. Right, millilitres. We're going to add. Right, it's moving very slowly. I don't think that's working properly, but we'll just mix it anyway. So mix all that in. We can add some more milk to it when we need it. What have I missed? Says, hello Anne, good to see you. So we're just doing some pancakes. We've done the 2 large pancakes in the tower pan, but now we're switching to the omelette pan, the famous omelette pan. This one, you know, you've seen this one before. My scales weren't working for some reason, so we're just going to have to go off the measurements and see what happens. But you've got to remember, whenever I do Yorkshire puddings, the reason I add milk to it is to help. Why do I add milk to my pancakes? Why do I add milk to my Yorkshire puddings? I usually find that it's usually more eggs that make them rise. not the flour. So I would say less flour and more. The flour does help them rise, of course it does, but we're using plain flour as well. This is so funny. Thanks, Rick. Well, this is the joy I bring to people on a live stream. God. Right, I think that's hot enough now. Oh, actually, it would help if I turned the actual oven on, wouldn't it? But I don't know, that's hot because of the residual, that's why I thought it was on. Oh dear. Anyway, we're just going to go with it. Right, so let's add these in. So I'm going to fill these up about halfway. We'll see how these turn out. And then hopefully they'll be like American pancakes. So highly recommend getting one of these pans. These are great for like mixes. If you buy the pancake mix like Aunt Bessie's. Is it Aunt Bessie's? Aunt Bess, whatever her name is. I'm happy to see it's not just me it goes wrong. I know, Anne, yes. You need to come live and do some pancakes as well. Right, here's the other one. Here's the one I just made earlier. You can put them under the oven as well if you want. So let's decorate this one. So I've got some nice strawberry jam on here. Hopefully you can see this. Now, I can't remember doing pancakes last year. If I did, it must have been early in the morning. I don't think I came live then in the evening. I remember. Oh, that's lovely. I've got some IKEA jam. I've got some Welsh honey. Let's add some of this queen bee honey. And then I'm going to put a little bit of caster sugar on this one as well. I love Welsh honey. You could add chocolate sauce, fruit, so many different. Look how they're coming up already. Excuse me. Honey's got. My word. That honey just won't. I tasted it off the spoon and it went down the wrong way. Oh, excuse me. Right, also for this pan you're going to need a special silicone spatula, which I've put down somewhere and I don't know where it's gone. It's not that one. Oh, is it that one? Could be this one. I've got a smaller one somewhere. Oh, no. It's very similar to this one, like a cake spatula, but I've got a smaller one. I don't know where it's gone. Is it in my drawer? Oh, I'm so terrible at losing stuff. But I've got it. I think I've got it. Oh, is that the brush? I've got it. I've found it. I found it, guys. That's good. Right, this one. This was part of a set from TikTok Shop as well. So a silicone spatula. Right, look. I want to show you it. Look. This is what they look like. Look how perfect they are. Everyone, guys, get one of the omelette pans. They're about £10 and I've had mine. This is the same one. I've had it for nearly 2 years now. And it's the best thing I've ever owned. Like, it makes my life so much easier. Oh, these are going to be nice and thick. So you go around them. They might be ready to flip, actually. But yeah, these are the old school style ones. Nice fluffy pancakes. Might be quite thick, actually. That's what I'm saying. You want to fill them all the way to the top if you can. Right, let's just have a look underneath. Whoops. A little bit longer. They actually look quite nice. They're actually looking really nice. Really fluffy. Am I okay, says Dean? Yeah, I think so. I was thinking, yeah, so Anne says I'm going to make some blueberry and banana pancakes. But you've eaten the blueberries. You'll have to get some more, Anne. Get some more. So these always cook really. Oh, these always cook super quick. I think these are ready to flip. So, are you ready? Here we go. First one's going over now. 3, 2, 1. Yes. They're like crumpets. I think I did. Do you remember when I made crumpets? I'll show you in just a second. Like I say, I use this pan for eggs, and I use it for... well, I've not used it for burgers, actually. You can do burgers in this, and omelettes. I'm trying to flip that one over, but it's not. It seems to... It's stuck. No, we're good. Alright. I've overfilled it a little bit too much, so... 3, 2, 1. Uh-oh. It's starting to spill. Yeah, try not to overfill it. Bear with me a second, guys. I had it earlier as well. Don't burn on me. But yeah, silicone is so much better. It won't let me flip it. They are quite fiddly. I think this might be... I think it's stuck at the bottom. Just a little bit. There we go, I've got it. Right, it's getting flipped regardless. 3, 2, 1. Come on. Let's be having you. Come on. It's now stuck to the other one. This is what happens when we cook live. It's not... Right. This is going to be interesting. Slightly different pancake. As I say, make them smaller and they look like more like crumpets, don't they? I don't have a fancy one. They're really, really cheap, Anne, if you can get hold of them. Right. These are really different pancakes. They're they're like a Japanese style pancake. Ooh. Don't know how I'm going to eat these. Right, let's roll up this one. Still haven't had a chance to eat this other pancake yet. So roll that up. That's what they look like. Serve that with some ice cream or something. Let's have a little taste, shall we? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's really good. Oh, that's delicious. Oh, that's really nice. Okay, I think that's done. Do you know what it looks like? It looks like a Yorkshire pudding. Turn that back over. Don't want any raw. It does look like a Yorkshire pudding though, doesn't it? Oh, pancake. I think these are done, you know. New style Yorkshire puddings. There you go. What can we call them? Pancake puddings. Pancake Yorkshire puddings. What do you think? I think these are done. But yeah, with the mixtures, like, you want them a little bit thinner. I filled them up too much. In fact, I've got a bit of mixture. Let's show you how they should look. So I'm going to take that one off. They're not too bad actually. But yeah, if I just put a little bit in, this is how they're meant to be. That's probably why. And you'll see the difference in a second. But yeah, I think I just made Yorkshire puddings in a pan. That's never happened before. So it is possible to do Yorkshire puddings in a pan. I think it was down to the milk. But anyway, we're just going to let them cook. Show you what they look like if they're a bit thinner. So that's what we've got so far. I think they look alright then. Bit of sugar on them. Maybe that one a bit longer, but yeah, I'd eat them for breakfast, wouldn't you? Okay. So we'll just let them two cook and then... Oh, this looks real. I'm going to just cut into that. Yeah, we didn't do the flip pan either. I've lost my... Let's get a fork. Let's just cut into this to show you what it looks like. Look at that. It's like a wrap. A little bite. 1 second. So let's now flip these little pancakes here. Yeah, that's better. If you want the smaller ones, don't fill them up to the top. The pan's very hot as well. It's really thin, look at them ones. So they don't take long. These ones are really nice. So there's just a few different ways to do pancakes. You can do them in the big pan, make them really thin, or do them in the omelette pan. You can fill them up to the top and make like a souffle pancake, like that. Or you can just do a really thin amount of mixture and just make some really tiny small ones. So, and remember, you do not have to make them just on pancake day. You can do them any time of year. I've got to admit, I prefer the crepe style ones rather than the souffle one. Let's have a little taste of one of these. Right, that's done. So let's turn this off. That's it. My pancake day is done. But yeah, I mean, there's so many different ways to make them. I'm going to try the Japanese ones. But yeah, you want drizzles of honey, golden syrup. There's so many different... Oh, that's very hot. So just turn that off. So which is your favourite? I want you to put in the comments which one. Number 1, which is the crepe style. Number 2, which is a sort of American souffle pancake. Or number 3, a thin, small pancake. You could put them in the toaster as well. Which one do you like? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? So Anne says she likes number 1 and 3. So you're not a fan of the souffle ones. I've not even tasted that, so let's try it. Let's see if it's cooked first of all. It reminds me, as I say, of a Yorkshire pudding. Where's my other knife gone? Did I not have a knife? Oh, there it is. I'm not going to put anything on it, but I just want to show you what it looks like inside. But I do love Yorkshire pudding. Is it actually cooked? I'm not quite sure. That's a bit too thick. Let's have a little check. I will let you know if it's cooked. Here we go. Actually, that is pretty nice, actually. Just reminds me of Yorkshire pudding. Oh, that tastes really... That actually is quite nice. That actually... Being a Yorkshireman, of course, that... It's just a thicker pancake. I would maybe add more sugar to that. Otherwise, you could eat that with like a Sunday roast. Right, let's go for these little mini pancakes. It's looking good to me. Here we go. That's really nice as well. That's just like a mini version of this crepe, but a bit more crispier. I'm happy with them. Do you know, I'm actually surprised myself. I really have surprised myself, because normally something happens and it goes wrong. But yeah, I've just done 3 different pancakes there and I'm quite impressed. And they actually taste pretty good. So thanks, Anne. Thanks everyone for watching. So yeah, I think it does make a massive difference as well as to the recipe that you use. So I used 100 grams of plain flour to do all these. I used 2 eggs and I used 200 millilitres. I think maybe I had a little bit more milk, possibly on that last one. But it actually turned out all right. Look at that. So enjoy your pancake making, guys. They're my favourite ones. The ones you can roll up. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you. I'll just show you the ingredients, because I put them in my notes. There you go. You can see that. If you want to take a screenshot. So that just means I'd have to stop it from going lumpy. So do it gradually and then stir. And then you can use lard or oil. Lard will bring the temperature up quickly. That's why I meant there. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Ciao for now. In the words of Anne, ciao. Bye for now.